What's up, everybody? It's Luke Yanako, and I'm here with.
Zach Wickman. I'm your co-host today.
And now, since this is our first episode, we're just getting used to things. Me and Zach just started. It's been a long journey getting this podcast up and running.
It's been a day.
It's been a day. So, without further ado, let's get right into our first topic. Paul George going to the Sixers. How do you feel?
So I think this is a great move for the Sixers because with Embiid and Maxey, we saw that they could not even make it to the conference finals, which is, not good, right?
Yeah.
Being second-round merchants, horrible, right? So with Paul George, I think now if Embiid gets hurt, then now they still have Paul George and Maxey, right? And if Paul George gets hurt, they're stuck in the same situation as before, and they were doing just fine with that. Not just fine, but second round is not that bad for a team, right? And being at the top of the East, which is a pretty good East, right? Not good like the West, but still a pretty good conference. How do you feel?
I'm gonna have to agree with you there. Like you said, if Embiid goes down, they're still gonna have two guys who can run the team, be captains. Paul George has lots of history, lots of experience, and I think he's the perfect guy to be that big three spot on the team.
Yeah, and now I think that we should switch the topic, and now we're gonna get into CP3 to the Spurs. I think this is a great move because with Wemby, he was a rookie last year, had a great rookie year, 20 points. I don't know anything about rebounds or assists, but now he has a veteran in Chris Paul who's a great passer, and he's gonna be feeding him the ball, which is gonna be unbelievable for Wemby. And here's a really hot take, but I think that he can be an MVP candidate next year as a San Antonio Spur.
I think definitely. I don't know about that take about MVP candidate, but I would say defensive player of the year for Wembanyama. I think he could.
Did he win it that year?
Last year?
This year?
Did he win it?
Did he win it? No, it was Gobert.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that Wembanyama is definitely going to be up there. He can definitely win it. Now with the help of Chris Paul, I think San Antonio could definitely be a playoff team. I'm not very familiar with the other players on that team, but I think they could definitely be a playoff team this season.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you.
Now
so I think we should get into DeMar to the Kings. DeMar is an isolation player, which means that things could get pretty iffy with Fox and Sabonis. But I think that as a veteran, he should take a step back and let De'Aaron Fox develop and shine because he's 24 years old, right? How old is he? Pull that up, Roberto.
DeMar?
Yeah, DeMar. No, not DeMar. Fox.
Fox is pretty young talent.
24, right?
He's a pretty young talent, and I think
we're getting Roberto. Hold on.
Okay,
but to check
with DeMar DeRozan going back to his hometown, playing for a city, I think it's every kid's dream to go to the NBA and play for your city. And
26.
Yeah. But I think, like I said, every kid's dream, and I think it's great for DeMar to go back to his hometown and play. And I think also the team chemistry will be very good this season.
So I just wanted to track back on my statement about De'Aaron Fox being young. He still is pretty young, but he's getting up there because he's 26 years old, He's the same age as Jason Tatum, my king.
Yeah.
And I still do think that DeMar being a veteran, being on the same team as Fox, is a good opportunity for him because now he has a veteran. He can finally shine with not all the pressure being on him with the ball. Now, DeRozan, who's not in his prime, but still a really good, solid player. I think that having three guys, Sabonis, Fox, and DeRozan, I think that's going to be really good for Fox because he's not going to have that much attention on him anymore, right?
Yeah, backtracking to what you said about Jason Tatum being your king.
Yes.
Did you hear about that Tatum extension contract?
Yeah.
Is that the biggest extension in NBA history?
It is.
Oh,
making
wow.
Most money than any NBA player.
Wow.
Ever.
I mean, honestly,
I'm really just.
He is the champ. He deserves it.
Really
He's also the 2K25 cover athlete. So I think that he definitely deserves it, and he's good for it. And,
I agree.
Yeah. So how are you feeling about 2K this year? You getting it? 100%?
I don't think so.
No, you don't think so?
Let me just finish.
Okay. I've seen some people, explaining they're not going to get 2K this year because it's the same game every single year. Some people, like it's saying it's repeated at this point.
I agree.
They're not doing updates.
Especially because I'm old gen.
Yeah.
I do not have a next gen console.
Okay.
I'm broke.
I don't think that's the case. But yeah, as I was saying, Tatum is definitely worthy for that position. For being the 2K25 athlete, and also
I agree. I mean, I'm sorry to cut you off there,
no
but
worries.
With all this Jason Tatum hate, people are gonna act like he was some sort of role player, but people fail to realize he averaged 27, 8, and 5 in the regular season, and then in the playoffs, he led the team throughout the playoffs in points, rebounds, and assists. So even though he had bad efficiency, he still was a key player for the Celtics winning the championship. He was the reason that the Celtics won the championship. And I see Roberto in the back end all mad because he just doesn't agree with me because he's a Bucks fan, right?
Yeah.
But Tatum got snubbed of the Finals MVP, and I'm going to stand on that until next year when he actually does it again after the Celtics repeat.
So you think that the Celtics are going back to back this year?
I definitely think that the Celtics are going to repeat.
It's okay. And you think they're repeating, but who do you think they're going to face in the finals?
I think that it's either going to be the Nuggets,
okay,
or the Minnesota Timberwolves. I do not think that the Mavs are going to go back, and the reason why is because Kyrie showed that he does not show up in big games. During the finals, he was a ghost, right? Except for Game 4 when the Celtics were throwing it away. Everybody knows that the Celtics threw that game away to win it back in Boston.
To win at home, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure the Panthers did the same thing as well.
Yeah.
In the NHL.
Mm-hmm.
They gave.
Oh, actually, no.
No,
because they had multiple chances to win at home.
All right, well, moving on, I think, speaking of extensions, Tyrese Maxey signed his extension with the Sixers. I think this is a great move for the Sixers. If I was, one of the high-ups on the 76ers, I would not want to give this guy up because he played such a major role in the playoffs this season against the Knicks. I think he's someone that I wouldn't want to let go at all.
I agree.
You agree. Anything else you have to share while eating your Chick-fil-A nuggets?
These nuggets are really good.
How would you rate them on a 1 to 10 scale?
Probably like a 8 because they're cold.
And what would make them better? Being warm?
Warm.
With sauce too?
Yeah. Barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce. Wow, that's a hot take. Barbecue sauce over Chick-fil-A sauce?
I've never had Chick-fil-A sauce before. Don't look at me like I'm crazy.
That's the hottest take of the episode, I think.
No, it's not.
That is the hottest take of the episode.
You want to hear a hot take? The Red Sox are going to win the World Series.
All right, we're going to get into baseball.
I'm kidding.
Next episode. This episode is strictly about NBA. Let's go back to what you were saying about the Mavericks. Klay Thompson is on the Mavericks. How are you feeling?
I feel like Klay is a bum.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't forget that he went 0 for 10 in elimination.
You can never forget that he went 0 for 10.
Constantly reminded on Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah. But I think Klay is not going to succeed in Dallas like he wants to and like many people are expecting him to. I know it's in many situations, like Chris Paul going to the Warriors, he didn't succeed. I don't think Klay will succeed either.
I don't think he's going to be a starter. He's going to be the sixth man.
Okay.
Because I think he might be a pretty decent sixth man. Might have a case for sixth man of the year depending on how the season goes. Why are you looking at me like that? Let's actually bring Roberto over here.
Yeah, Roberto, come into the camera. You don't need a mic.
Come here. Ready? Sit down right next to me. Okay? Why were you making that face? What do you think Klay's going to be a starter on the Dallas Mavericks?
Oh yeah, totally. I mean,
wait.
They have.
So tell us the starting five lineup.
He's a guard, first of all. He's a guard, okay? As a guard, he's not starting over. He's not starting over Luka or Kyrie. Where would he be?
Tell us the starting five lineup.
All right. At the 1, got Luka, obviously.
Right.
At the 2,
not Kyrie.
The 2, you gotta get Kyrie.
Why not Luka at the 2?
Because
Kyrie's a better ball handler.
Why are you flaming me for
I think Luka handles his balls as well as he could. Okay, I think Kyrie is second because Luka has
Luka's the shooting guard on the team.
All right,
bro. Like this just proves that he has no ball knowledge. Luke maybe.
All right, Roberto, Get behind the camera. Get behind the camera.
I didn't finish my starting line. I got Luka at the 1.
Blasphemy.
Kyrie at the 2.
Okay.
Clay at the 3.
Mm-hmm.
He could play small forward.
So do you think he's gonna go like 2 for 10 or like 5 for 10?
0 for 10.
I'm not sure. It's a hard decision.
Yeah,
but then power forward, I got PJ Washington. Center, I got D Live.
This guy sucks. Get him.
That's our cameraman.
That was horrible. This is why you're just a cameraman.
All right. He's actually a guest, so
sometimes. Let me fix my face.
All right.
My bad.
Well, anyway.
Okay.
Moving on to our next topic. We got a little sidetracked, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Let's go. We got the Villanova Knicks.
The Nova Knicks. I think. Listen, if I played college ball, my dream would be to go to the NBA with all my boys and play on the same team. So I think that is a dream come true. You know, you gotta feel bad for Buddy Hield, right? What's his name? Kyle Lowry. Sorry, that's my bad. Kyle Lowry being left out.
He was
He was on the Nova. He was on the Nova, and they're like, I don't want him. So you know, you gotta feel left out for him. But
it's all right. He sucks.
Got a little sidetracked. The Nova Knicks. They're gonna make an appearance in the playoffs. One person from camp, his name Giuseppe. He said he's a Knicks fan. He said he thinks the Knicks are going all the way this year.
That is blasphemous.
He is not.
That's horrible.
He is not taking the conference. He wants it all.
That's not happening.
It's
the Knicks are not making it out of the second round. I'm calling it right now.
Okay, and who do you think they're gonna lose to?
The Bucks. The Bucks are the Sixers.
Really?
Yes, really.
With a full healthy team?
With a fully healthy team,
dude,
the Bucks are beating the Knicks any day of the week.
I don't know though.
Giannis is the bro. Who's stopping Giannis?
Yeah, you're right.
Who's stopping Giannis?
The Knicks don't have a big anymore. Speaking of that, Isaiah Hartenstein going to OKC. That was a big loss.
Exactly.
I think he's underrated. You think he was underrated?
Hartenstein? I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really watch him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know.
Yeah.
But I think he was underrated. I think, you know, a lot of Knicks fans will say he was underrated, and he was the guy for the Knicks. They also got Caruso, and
the Knicks did not get Caruso.
I mean, yeah, OKC got Caruso.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Wait, let's just finish up with the Knicks.
Yeah.
So you know what? Why don't we get our predictions of who's coming out of the East and who's coming out of the West in the NBA Finals?
Okay.
Don't have to say who's gonna win.
Got it.
But let's just get to that. All right.
All right.
So for me, I think that the Celtics are gonna make it out of the East again because it's the same team. Even though we had the teams that they faced were injured, right? I think that we're still beating them. Maybe it goes another game, but I think that the Celtics would still beat the teams that they played even if they were fully healthy. Jimmy Butler was dog poop this year. Can I curse on it?
No, you cannot curse.
I cannot. All right. He was terrible, right? And then he would not have made that big of a difference.
Now,
right?
who do you think they're gonna face?
Let me finish.
Sorry.
All right. Sorry. Just no patience, right?
Yeah.
Right. The Cavs. Mitchell, he got hurt, right? It was 1-1. But even after that, maybe it goes to a game 6. I still don't think that they would have beaten us, right? And also KP was hurt. I don't know why everybody's acting like we weren't hurt too, right? Porzingis was hurt. And then in the conference finals, obviously, where they swept the Pacers, it was also one player for the Cavs, Roberto. It was also just Mitchell.
Oh, they had Evan Mobley.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Evan Mobley. But he's not that good.
Elite ball knowledge right there.
No, I just forgot. And then in the conference finals, it was the Pacers, right? And Hallie got hurt. But they were doing better without Halliburton. Am I wrong?
I think they were. No, they were definitely.
They definitely were.
Siakam took over.
Siakam did take over.
Took over.
Siakam, Turner, right, and then even T.J. McCollum. That's
McCollum. I don't know.
McConnell.
Oh, we get the point.
McConnell, right, or
I think it was T.J. McConnell.
Yeah, T.J. McConnell. All right, right. He was playing better than Halliburton, and even when Halliburton was healthy, we beat them both games, right? So. And then the finals, obviously, the Mavs were fully healthy, and we weren't, and we still beat them 5 games, right? So now coming out of the West,
This
is a tough one because the Nuggets are obviously the Nuggets and the Timberwolves are obviously the Timberwolves. But I think the Nuggets are going to come out of the West. And I think why is because they have more experience. The Timberwolves, and is too young, man. Like, it's been proven that as like young players, they do not win. Oh God, what was I gonna say? Okay, LeBron didn't win until he was 28. Curry didn't win until he was, I think, 27 or 28, right? Jordan didn't win until he was around that age. So until Ant gets to that age and has more experience in the playoffs, I don't think that the Timberwolves are gonna make that deep of a run. Obviously, Gobert and Cat are on the team, right? But they don't have as much of an impact as Edwards does. So I think that the Nuggets are gonna come out of the West, and it's gonna be a Celtics Nuggets finals, and it's gonna be a
close.
game 7. It's very close, very close. 7-game series, and it could really go either way. On to you. Who do you think?
All right. So in the East is gonna be a hot take right here. The Knicks.
You really think the Knicks?
No, I'm right. The Knicks are not gonna come out, but they're gonna make it deep in the playoffs. They're gonna make a deep playoffs run. But I think they're gonna fall.
Actually, no. Wait, I just said that they're not gonna. They're gonna make a decent playoff.
Yeah, decent playoff second round. I think they will fall short again to the Sixers. I think they will do that again. So moving on, the Sixers will move on, and I think the Sixers will play the Celtics in the
Eastern Conference.
Yeah, to move on to the finals, and I think in a game 7. The Sixers will come out on top. Yep.
You're being serious.
Yes.
I
think the Sixers will come out on top, and PG will show while he's still the best in the league.
You're talking about Podcast P.
Podcast P.
You're talking about Pandemic P.
Yes.
Playoff
Let me finish.
This is blasphemous.
Paul George and the Sixers will come out to the finals, and I think they will play against the Nuggets. I agree with that take. And I think it'll be a great finals. But I think the Sixers will win.
Is he for real?
And I think the city of Philadelphia will go crazy. Crazy. My cameraman, Roberto, is going crazy behind the camera because he does not agree with me. But I think we will come back to this video and we will check it over. But
when the Celtics win the finals,
yeah,
I will come back to this.
All right,
and I will laugh in Luke Yanako's face.
Everybody has hot takes. Most of them are wrong.
This is the hottest take of the century.
No, the hottest take was when you didn't have Chick-fil-A sauce. That was the hottest take.
No, I disagree. Because some people see rare is all W. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah. This is like that was just a horrible take by Luke Yanako.
I think it was a great take. I'm sure other people will agree with me. Maybe few people.
I don't know. Maybe the whole city of Philadelphia.
Maybe my 4 subscribers will agree with me.
Yeah,
but
one of them being you.
One of them being me. One of them being Roberto, and 2 of them being my friend. But that's for another time. And I think we should wrap it up here.
No, we got to talk about the OKC rebuild.
We already talked about.
No, we didn't. We did not.
All right, let's keep going then.
Oh, and the Warriors rebuild. Come on, man. So we're gonna start off with the OKC.
Okay.
Right. And so first, I want to talk about how Giddey left for the Bulls. They traded Giddey on a 1-to-1 trade with Caruso. Yeah. So the Giddler is with the Bulls, and now Caruso to the Thunder. I think the Thunder definitely won that trade because Caruso was a key player for the Bulls, and they would not made it to the play-in without him. But now, I do think that Giddey is a great player, but I don't think he's going to blend. He's very young, and I don't think that he's going to
blend in well. Like, you don't think he's going to succeed in Chicago?
I don't think he's going to succeed in Chicago because I don't think people really
don't they already have a big in...
He's not a big. He's a guard.
Is he?
Yes. Oh, he's a guard. Jesus. And I think that I think that the team would have fit better with Caruso.
Yeah.
And just because of his aura, his bald aura, who lacks that, the Giddler, right? So I think that Caruso is gonna fit in with OKC because he's not gonna be as big of a role. He's gonna Bro, you gotta stop making me laugh when I look up at the TV, man. We might have to fire him.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that
So let me ask you a question. Do you think the Bulls are gonna make a playoff run this season?
No.
No.
No,
Do you think it's gonna take them a couple
definitely
seasons to rebuild?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Right.
And I think that OKC having Caruso now is going to be great. I wouldn't really call it a rebuild. So even though they got Caruso and Hartenstein, that's not really a rebuild, because a rebuild to me would be getting rid of your star player for picks and making your team better for the future, right? They didn't get rid of Shea. They didn't get rid of oh my god. I forgot who's on the team now. They didn't get rid of Chet, that's right.
Oh, right.
So I think that they're not rebuilding, right? But I do think that gaining Caruso and Hartenstein is unbelievable, right? I think that's going to be really big for them.
And I think Hartenstein, the guy that retired today, what's his name?
Gordon Hayward.
He was on OKC, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think he played a major role. I'm not entirely sure.
No.
But I think it is great that Hartenstein chased that bag. He's making more money than I think Jalen Brunson is. And I think it's great for OKC. I think they have a very bright future in this league.
Me too. So now I want to talk about
the Warriors.
Yeah, I do want to talk about the Warriors rebuilding. So I think getting rid of Clay was very good for them, because even Draymond said that Clay wasn't happy in Golden State anymore.
His last 2 years.
He was struggling, right? Yeah. He was not happy.
He was hurt a lot.
He was hurt a lot. That's right. And I think getting Buddy Hield and Kyle Anderson was a very, very good for them. So, what are you typing?
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking this season, like, who is Curry's duo going to be? Is it going to be Draymond?
Definitely not Draymond.
Is he going to be alone out there? Like, what?
I don't think Curry's going to be alone.
So, do you think Golden State's making the playoffs?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I think that they're going to make it to the play-in again, but I don't think that they're going to win in the play-in.
And Curry's still under contract, right? He has a couple more years.
Yeah, Curry's still under contract, but I think once his contract expires, he's going to retire. I think
he's retiring.
I think so.
Oh.
Because, I mean, even in the Olympics right now, he shot like 1 for 9. I don't think he's gonna be as good anymore in these next few years. I think that he's definitely gonna regress. Yeah. And I think that he, after his contract expires, he's gonna call it quits.
Yeah.
Hang up the shoes.
Yeah, I think after Clay's leaving, it's him and Draymond out there. He definitely gets mad at Draymond for doing what he does. Like,
Draymond has temper issues.
He needs his help out there. Now, this upcoming season, Steph is going to be alone. It's more pressure on him.
Buddy Hield is going to be, I feel like he's going to be very underrated this year, because
he's going to have to step up.
These are the two best shooters in the league right now, Steph and Buddy Hield. So having them on the same team is definitely going to cause some issues for the teams that they play. But I think that people are going to figure out how to stop them, and the Warriors aren't going to make the playoffs.
I feel like the Warriors organization needs to get Steph Curry some more help out there.
I agree.
I don't know who, whatever trade you want to call it, but I think Steph Curry needs some help out there. I don't think him and Buddy Hield and Draymond Green is going to get them very far, in my opinion. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so I think that this was a great first episode. I think it's time to end it.
Yeah.
We got through every topic that we needed.
Yeah, we got through every topic that we needed.
And we even added one about the who we thought was coming out of the East and the West.
Yeah,
so I think it was a very great segment, and
I want to thank you guys.
Thanks to Huberto.
Yeah.
For being a great cameraman.
Thanks to our cameraman Huberto for just helping us out throughout the episode. Thank you guys for tuning in to our first episode. We have many more coming. It's going to be a great year for us. Football's coming off, football season on the way.
Preseason is actually tonight. The first game of the NFL preseason at 8:00, right?
Yeah, Ravens Chiefs, I believe.
No. I think Bears. Hold on.
Bears? I don't know. Whatever it is.
I looked it up earlier. Hold on.
Thank you guys for tuning in to our first episode.
Texans and Bears.
I'm Luke Yanako.
I'm Zach Wickman.
And thank you.
Have a good night.